Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Justin, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a keto-friendly keto lasagna pizza. And if you're on the ketogenic diet or on a low-carb diet of any sort, you're going to want to stick around to see exactly how to make this. It does not have any zucchini and no bread. The first thing you want to do is kind of core this a tad. So take a sharp knife and just kind of work your way around that core. And you can see I still have a little bit left in there. And we're going to pop it out. All right, so we've used those leftover pieces as a base. We won't be using these in the lasagna pizza. This is basically just to hold this cabbage off the bottom so it doesn't burn. So we're gonna put it in there just like that. Then we're gonna grab 2 cups of water. And it's simple as that. All you need to do, put the top on, set this to seal. Next, turn the foodie on, make sure it's on pressure. We're gonna take our timer and we're gonna bring it down to 7 minutes. And we're gonna start. So it's important to multitask while you're doing this. So while the cabbage is cooking in the Ninja Foodie, we're going to be preparing our ground beef. We're not going to use any sausage or anything like that today, but we are going to add a little bit of bacon and some pepperoni, because what's a pizza without pepperoni and bacon? Now that we have the beef and the cabbage going, we're going to chop some onion. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to chop up an onion. So basically you're going to cut it like this on the downwards, so bam, 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 right? Then you're going to turn it, and you're going to put the tip of your knife on the board. You have more control of your knife. Bam, bam. Now you're going to get diced onion. And you can tuck your fingers. If I'm far away from the knife, it's fine for me not to do it, but I would recommend trying to always tuck your fingers, and that way the blade, you're never going to hit the blade on your finger, because this knife grabs that finger, no more finger. Now I'm not going to use the whole onion for this recipe. If you want the entire recipe ingredients, check in the link below, and I'm going to be adding a link directly to my blog page that gives you a printable recipe, and it shows you the nutritional facts on this. So make sure to check it out. Head over to the blog and check out all my recipes. Now it's time for the pepper. I'll show you how to chop a pepper. Cut the top off. You can easily just pull that right out. Now that's completely usable. You can take your knife and go in there, or you can just take your fingers, grab it, and pull it out just like that. Now what you'll want to do is, see those lines in that pepper? We'll chop it into 4 sections. You can turn it over like this, take your knife, and make nice little cuts. That's going to be perfect for our pizza. And if you wanted to dice it, you can, or if you wanted to go in a little bit longer strand. So I better tuck my fingers on that one. I don't want that right there. I'll just cut this one like this. But let's not forget this part. And we're not going to use all this pepper either. I'm just cutting this up for maybe future recipes. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. When I put out new videos, you'll get notified if you tap that little notification bell. Also make sure to like this video if you like the content that I'm putting out and you like this recipe. And you can just add this to a little container, and when you're finished using what you want in your pizza lasagna, then it's ready to go in the refrigerator. Set it right there. On to the next ingredient. So our next ingredient is 5 leaves of fresh basil. All right. So if you don't want the stems, just peel them off, roll it up, and give it a nice little chopping. And if you want, chop it right aside. You're good. Next item. Now that the beef is finished, we're gonna add the bacon. You can just use the same pan that you used your beef in to reduce the dirty dishes. It was cooked very well. And that's the size that you wanna chop your bacon in. So the strip goes this way, so when you're cutting it, bam, bam, then you wanna make sure to cut it about that length right there, which is about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So the beef and the cabbage kind of finished up at the same time. Now we're still, I'm cooking the bacon, just put the bacon on, but we want to take a look at the cabbage and make sure it's ready. Hopefully that didn't steam you guys up. And it probably is. Let me get that out of there. So the finished pressure cooked cabbage will look like that. So let's scoot this to the side. I'm probably not gonna be able to grab that with my hand. So let's grab these silicone mitts right here and see if we can pull that baby out of there, because we got to let that set aside for probably 10 or 15 minutes to cool down so we can manage it to put it in our lasagna. So let's reach down in there, grab it from the bottom. There that baby is. So let's turn it over. Completely cooked, 7 minutes. Let this cool for at least 10 minutes or until it's manageable, whenever you can start taking the leaves off and it doesn't burn your hand. So it may take 15 minutes or 20, but whatever you're comfortable with on your hands, just let it cool down so you can manage it. Now let's talk about what we have in front of us here. We have onion, red pepper, pepperoni, and this is red bell pepper, pepperoni, basil, Parmesan garlic, bacon, beef, cheese, pizza sauce, salt and pepper, and our cabbage that we're using in place of the noodle to make this a low carb substitute for any type. Even if you have a craving for pizza, this is gonna be really good for that, or lasagna. It just kind of goes hand in hand. This is a recipe I haven't really seen anywhere. We've been making pepperoni pastas for a while, and I said, why not? Let's make a pizza lasagna that's keto friendly, because I'm on a ketogenic diet. So I thought I'd share this with you guys, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. So now I'm going to take you through the process of how to actually place it in the dish and get it ready for baking in the oven. First, we got to take the cabbage apart and destem it, and I want to show you that process right now. So let's talk about how we're going to deconstruct this. And if you've done this right and it's well cooked, you kind of turn it over and just kind of peel off each leaf. Like that right there. See a stem? It's soft. You could use that if you wanted, but I would probably get the bulk of it out of there just for texture. And let me show you how that is. So that's all we're doing. We're just taking that stem out. Then we're going to line the bottom like this right there. For the first layer, just add some cheese. I like doing the first layer with cheese, on top of the cabbage. And it just kind of helps hold the sauce in, is the reason I do it that way. So we'll put the sauce on top of this first layer. It's going to be different once we get to the very top layer. Then we'll add some bacon. And what I'm doing here is I like just putting enough bacon that every bite will have a bite of bacon. And I kind of help it grind up a little bit better, because I didn't do the greatest job of chopping it up this time, but it's all right. Doesn't have to be perfect, because what's a pizza without pepperoni? All right, let's grab the onion. Just put a couple slices of red bell pepper. Now this one could be tricky, but it's best to put this on the bottom in this layer. You could have put it on the main bottom where the cabbage is, and that would be okay. I like protecting it just a little bit on this first layer, and I don't mind getting a little garlic on my fingers. So you'll spray this on, you'll spread this on the first layer, and that's the only place you're gonna put this garlic. What happens as it cooks, the aroma will go up. So it's gonna go through the rest of the layers. Next, we're just gonna put a little bit of Parmesan, salt. You don't want to put too much salt. You're not trying to salt the whole thing right now because you're going to do this on each layer. And same thing with this. Just don't overdo it. Just give a little bit on this layer. Now, we're ready for the sauce. And that's about right. Move on to the next layer. Doesn't that look delicious? Let's put that baby in the oven and see what she looks like when it's done. After 30 minutes, it's time to get it out of the oven. Ooh, baby. Smells like a pizzeria. Let's take a look at this thing. Oh my God, if you can just smell it in here. It seriously does smell like a pizzeria. And it just looks like a pizza. And I think there's gonna be a lot of people out there that really like this video. And if you do like this video, please give me a big thumbs up on it. And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the first time you've ever visited my channel, please make sure to subscribe and tap that little notification bell so you get notified when I put out new videos. Because I got some new ones coming that's kind of going to be interesting, like this one right here. So if you like this, you're going to like what's coming also. And I can't wait to give this a try so you guys can see exactly what this looks like when it comes out of that pan. But I got to let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. It's so hard because it smells so good. You know how when you get a real nice warm pizza and you just want to take a bite of it, but it burns your tongue? You don't want to do that when you first get this out of the oven because it will scald your tongue. So I'm going to hold my willpower and I'm going to give it about 15-20 minutes, and I'll come back and I'll give you a good taste test. All right, so it's cooled down enough that we can slice it and show you exactly what it looks like. Come on in here, Sheila.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's take this corner piece. All right, let's take this one because you got the camera over there, right? Let's see what this looks like when we get it cut. All right. Oh, my mouth's watering. It's such a treat. When you're craving pizza, this is an awesome lasagna to have because it seriously just satisfies all pizza cravings. And you don't have to worry about the carbs that come from the pizza and the bread dough, or the zucchini version of this would probably be pretty good too, because I make zucchini pizza bites that are really freaking good, but we use the Ninja Foodi for that. Also something to note, I did use the Ninja Foodi today for the cabbage, but you can steam that cabbage to do the same thing. Or if you have a pressure cooker, you can pressure cook it. Same thing. This is all I did in the Ninja Foodi was pressure cook it. So don't be veered away by not doing this recipe. If you don't have a Ninja Foodi, you can use your pressure cooker, or you can use your steamer, or you can even boil it in a big pot and then let it set and let the water come out of it. So basically, I try to make these recipes as simple as possible so everyone can do them, whether they have the Ninja Foodi or they have a different type of pressure cooker or they have a big pot. I just want to make sure that you're not scared away from just the Ninja Foodi, and hopefully you give this recipe a try. And if you do, please leave me a comment below and let me know how you like it. If your kids enjoyed it, or a family member, make sure to share it with them and put it on social media and share it out with them too, because this would be a great alternative to anybody that's on a low carb diet trying to lose some weight or just to eat healthier. This is a good alternative for your standard lasagna. And you know, why not satisfy that pizza craving too? Good eats.